In a time long past, when the world was filled with wickedness and had turned away from kindness, there lived a good man named Noah. He was unlike the others. While the people around him were selfish and cruel, filling the world with sorrow and injustice, Noah was a beacon of righteousness. He walked with God, lived a blameless life, and showed compassion in a world that had forgotten its heart. He was a good man, a just man, a light shining brightly in the darkness. One day, God spoke to Noah. He saw the corruption that had spread across the earth and was deeply grieved by the state of humanity. A profound sadness filled God's heart, and he decided to bring a great flood, a torrent of water that would cleanse the world of its wickedness. But God saw the goodness in Noah's heart and chose to save him. He would not destroy the righteous along with the wicked. God revealed his plan to Noah, a plan of destruction, but also a plan of salvation. God gave Noah a monumental task. He instructed him to build a massive boat, an ark of immense proportions, crafted from gopher wood. This vessel was to be a sanctuary, large enough to hold Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, and their wives. It was also to be a floating refuge for the animal kingdom. You are to bring into the ark 2 of all living creatures, male and female, to keep them alive with you, God commanded. Every bird, every animal, and every creature that moves along the ground would have its place. Despite the monumental scale of the task and the mocking laughter of his neighbors, Noah obeyed. He did not question or hesitate. With unwavering faith, he and his sons began their work. Day after day, they toiled under the sun, cutting wood, measuring beams, and sealing the giant vessel with pitch, just as God had commanded. The ark slowly took shape, a colossal structure standing as a testament to Noah's faith in a world that had none. The people around him saw only a foolish old man building a boat on dry land, but Noah saw a promise of deliverance. Then a miracle began to unfold. From every corner of the earth, animals started to arrive. In an orderly procession, they came in pairs, guided by an unseen hand. Majestic lions walked alongside gentle lambs, towering giraffes next to creeping reptiles, and flocks of colorful birds filled the sky. They came, male and female, of every kind, and entered the ark, finding their place within its vast interior. The ark, once a silent wooden shell, was now alive with the sounds and movements of God's creation, a bustling haven ready for the journey ahead. Once Noah, his family, and all the animals were safely inside, God himself shut the door. Then the skies opened. The rain began not as a gentle shower, but as a relentless torrential downpour. For 40 days and 40 nights, water surged from the heavens and welled up from the depths of the earth. The floodwaters rose, covering the hills and then the highest mountains, until the entire world was submerged. But the ark, a tiny vessel in a boundless ocean, floated safely upon the waters, carrying the future of the world within its walls. Inside the ark, life was a constant whirl of activity. The sounds of countless animals filled the air, a symphony of roars, chirps, and bleats. Noah and his family worked tirelessly, their days dedicated to caring for this floating zoo. They distributed food, provided fresh water, and cleaned the stalls, ensuring every creature, from the largest elephant to the smallest mouse, was safe and well cared for. Through the long days and nights, tossed by the endless water, they kept their faith, trusting in God's promise to see them through the storm. After many long months, the waters finally began to recede. The ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. Eager to see if the land was dry, Noah sent out a raven, and then a dove. When the dove returned with a freshly plucked olive leaf in its beak, Noah knew that life was returning to the earth. Finally, God spoke to Noah again. "Come out of the ark, you and your wife and your sons and their wives. Bring out every kind of living creature that is with you, so they can multiply on the earth and be fruitful and increase in number on it." As Noah, his family, and the animals stepped out onto the dry land, they were greeted by a renewed world, washed clean. Noah built an altar and gave thanks to God for their deliverance. In response, God made a covenant, a sacred promise to Noah and all living creatures. He set a rainbow in the clouds as a sign of this promise, a vibrant arc of color signifying that he would never again destroy the earth with a flood. And from Noah's family, a new beginning for humanity unfolded under the watchful eye of a merciful God and the beautiful arch of his promise in the sky.